Testing the liveness. Oh, are we live? Are we live? Hello? We're live. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, so in the last episode, like 30 seconds ago, I just, oh fuck, this is so loud, isn't it? Let's see, there's some adjustments. Yeah, so the douchebag said, oh hello there, how's it going, man? Douchebag said that I'm free.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Like the microphone's still loud, isn't it? Oh, okay. So being free is not the end. Is that it? I think that's not enough.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where
Stanley
there
decided
was
to go
like
to the
that
meeting
thing
room.
to
Perhaps he
pause
had
it.
simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
So
find a
that's
trace of his
good.
co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
So
he
okay,
entered
if
the
I
door
go
on the
there,
left.
I'm gonna have to do it all again and then not turn off the mind control machine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, let it blow up beside you. I thought he was talking about
Coming
getting
to a staircase,
balls
Stanley walked
inside you.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, so you go there and I
The
won't
moment
turn
he
off
entered
the
his manager's office,
mind control
Stanley
machine.
froze in his tracks.
What is the
Not
number
a
again?
living
Fuck.
soul
Gonna
anywhere.
have to wait for the guy
Could
to
he
tell me.
really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs. The
Oh my
guttural
god, I'm not
retching
doing
of
any
life
of
from
that.
a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean?
Half an hour for
Was
your
it a sign
fucking
of hope
monologue.
for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever.
Dude, this fuck controller is draggy.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Fine. So I'm gonna take the power of mind control for myself. So I'm the one that trapped myself here because I'm coming to asylum, right? Is that the deal with this game?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
914 here. I'm never gonna remember that. But that's fine. So let's go and find the
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's go troubleshoot.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally...
Is this the inside of Stanley's mind? He's the one that created this life for himself. Good.
This mind control
he likes the conformity.
It was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
So the narrator has been controlling Stanley. And I need to find him a way to
he couldn't accept it.
His feel the narrator
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
So okay, so I have to like kill the narrator, but the narrator is also controlling the story. So that's okay. I have experience killing gods without a ring, so it'll be fine. Let's just see this content. So, on.
Oh, Stan, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you want? Control?
Yeah, control.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
Probably gonna have to put the narrator's voice a little bit.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do, for example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent. This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I have.
I see.
What a shame we have so little
you
time
are a
left
little
to enjoy it.
spoiled
until the bomb goes off.
That wants your story to be better than all the other stories,
more time
right?
to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
So you did a QB now, is that it, bitch?
Until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Okay, cool. So there is a... I need to find a fucking code there or something. Must be a code there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's
Stanley
see.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
cannot
employee
realize
lounge
that I'm
first,
trying
just to
control
admire
the
it.
story, right? This fucking douchebag.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, so there will be something I see.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's getting confused too, you know? Like he doesn't get it. There's no other doors.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down.
See, who is reverse
right.
psychology? Who
Yep.
now, bitch?
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This way. Where we go?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Got you by surprise.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
You fucking douchebag.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna go through door 420.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Yeah, bitch.
Sure that it's
I'm writing the story too.
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. Even open the door that I can't go through. So, okay. What else is gonna happen? I cannot go to the mind control yet without having the DNA thing. You just tricking me, cunt.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I'm getting you cunt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley
decided to go to the meeting room.
Doesn't know
Perhaps he had
what's
simply
going on.
missed a memo.
He met his match. Told you that I killed gods.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh yeah, what did I miss? I have to play like, that I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's trying to trick me. But I have to just like, yeah, so. Oh yeah, your story's so great, man. You wrote so many monologues. It's so creative.
Aha!
Oh my
I
gosh.
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What's the name of the fucking writer? It's the story, man.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, like, are you that dumb or are you fucking with me?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Oh, you just gave up, right?
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, there you go. I got a bug in the system.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, I'm going to the same place anymore. Oopsie. I'm not in the line anymore, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm too high, you know. Whoa. I don't know. I'm checking other doors because I'm like...
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. I'm moving to the line. Is that it? You bitch. Where is the thing? The narrator is too loud. Alright.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright, I think this is better.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Destiny where, bitch?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward.
Hey, for real, did you just threw up on the script like all the words that I shit that came to your head
of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well,
oh my god, I never heard so much shit.
Where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This was definitely like what he was fucking writing. You know, just to fill some pages in the script. It's fucking annoying music, are you serious? To mess with people. The door is like zeros. That is blocked. That's it. That's all it is. could have put like a fucking this is like zero. Corporate. Oh my god, man.
The music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. Annoying. You won't want to miss anything.
So fucking annoying. What do I need to remember the fern?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Is this how you start the second act? You're looking for... Oh my god.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, man.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
This exciting?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
It should be so fine. Much, man. I gotta move on, bro.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Did you need this
so starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Why I can't go through the left? You make a choice. You made a choice.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I I don't want it to
he's
be.
under
I don't
control
want the
as
game
well.
to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I
Now you
won't
know how
do
I
it.
feel about it.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
It feels
Eventually.
bad to be trapped in a shitty story, doesn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Thank you for giving.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
So now the narrator doesn't know what's gonna happen as well. Is that it?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Oh my god, no, they didn't do this.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
They are jerking off in the mirror.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
And then I thought, I wanna give him the content. I think he's reversing psychology on me, you know? He's pretending he doesn't know, but he knows. I don't wanna go back. Fuck.
All right, let's see, it's the jump circle?
So you can jump now. This is a game. This is cool. This is something cool to do. Had you press the button 36 times. This is nice, right? This is what we know words and fucking gigantic monologues and press X to jump. This.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another
I'm so
elevator.
happy I
Stanley,
didn't pay
I
for
have to
this.
say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for
Can't
exciting new
even jump
content?
anymore.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could
Isn't
count
that
to
what you
30
do?
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over
Trying to
1,000
like make
hours of
fun
new
of something
content.
that
And
is
if... Oh,
exactly what
wait,
you do.
there's more.
But
Very
did you
good.
learn that?
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of
So I
craftsmanship that's gone
suppose you
into it.
laughed
In
that you're
fact,
trying to
I'm
do
looking
that.
right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to phone
Well,
these people on Twitter and
join the
hold them
club, buddy.
personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do
When
you
did
say,
we
friend?
have a great time together? Never. Never since the start. So, we're going to the picture. Can't even jump, man. So you could jump. This is so boring.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Who's the voice in my head opening airvents?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Little bitch. Fucking. I'm gonna go there anyway.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, dude, this is so boring.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his
I'm done.
tongue. He just
Playing
hadn't
this shit.
found the
It's
words
so
for it.
boring.
I'm dreaming, he yelled.
So
This is
fucking
all a
boring.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going.
you know, because I wanted to put him down here.